In this segment, I'll share how we transformed the outside of this house into a beautiful outdoor living space. Here we are on the side yard of the house. We have a beautiful wide corner lot, and the side is where our pool area originally was. And what we've heard is that many years ago, a hurricane took out the pool enclosure, and I'm not sure if that's when the decline of the outside began. But what we discovered after cleaning up all the garbage and piles and dirt and all kinds of other things is we did discover a patio out here. The patio that lined the pool, you'll see the concrete around the pool goes all the way around, and then there's a brick wall back here. Okay, we can see all of that. We weren't quite sure what to do. Should we rip it all out? We could possibly bring the pool back. This pool has a liner, so it is possible to bring it back to a pool. Now again, that was not in our budget. It wasn't in our price point and what we were going to sell the home for, but we decided it's an option for a buyer. So originally, the previous owners had used this as a gardening spot. It was completely overgrown, as you saw in the pictures. We did discover some beautiful roses and different things in here, which we left, and we added mulch to kind of fill that in and give it a garden look. Now, obviously when you come in here, it looks like there used to be a pool, but that was our best choice for the price point we were in and the options that we had. We came in, we pressure washed the decking, we cleaned it all up, and we made it look like a nice little outdoor living space. This could be a great spot for a gazebo. We put out chairs and a table here with some plants. It's right off of that screen, the glass sliding doors, so you can access it easily. And you could look out here if you decided to use it as a garden for a short period of time. Now, we also had the makings of what used to be a fenced area and some gates, some concrete little closure areas, and it just looked like it was stuck there in the middle of nowhere. Now, I had a fencing that I've used for lots of different things over the years, and I decided to bring it over and install it myself. And doing that simple addition gave it this private little oasis, a little cute factor, a little wow factor. And all it is, I was able to install it myself, is fencing, which I'll show you, put it in the ground, and just kind of finish that one area. So it was blocked off from the road. A little bit of privacy. If you have children running around, if you have a dog out here, that gives you a little bit of privacy. I also had a little gate, so I put it up with the gate, and that just gives you a little coming into the garden feel here in this backyard. Now, what a lot of people didn't know, and we didn't know, is that back here at this wall where the pool area decking goes all the way around, you can walk back there, there's gorgeous bamboo growing, which is a nice cover. It's a nice fence line, a natural fence line to the people back there, which there isn't anyone very close. But also there's gorgeous fern, there's cabbage palms growing in there. And what I discovered getting out all the dead stuff was there's actually gorgeous lilies in there. There's some hostas in there, and there's also azaleas on the other end. So there actually at one time, this had to have been a beautiful piece of property. And we were just excited to spend a little time here and try to revive it to a little bit of what it used to be here in Old Florida. We're so excited. We're hoping that the new owners will enjoy it for many years to come. Our whole family put a lot of love in this area and inside the house, and we're just excited to hand it over to a new young family for them to enjoy. So this is the front of the home. This is the bedroom, and then this is that front original room. We made the choice to paint all one color and paint all one color down the side, but then we did the windowsills and this piece white along with the planter. As you can see, we ripped out what was there. We put the mother-in-law's tongue in here, which is popular right now. And then I took this piece from my own home And I chose to go with it's called the real teal. That's what this color is, the real teal. And I spray painted it, the real teal, as well as the front door. It ties those colors together and really kind of cohesive. So here's the front door. And then we have the little patio area. I brought this bench from my home, and I had these pillows. That's where I drew the color from. Really bringing a pop of color to this house. There aren't many areas to do that. So we did that with the teal, and again did the front door. So our front door turned out marvelous. And then there were a few pieces left behind, like this little rabbit. And so I took it and I sprayed it that real teal color, put it here at the front door just as a little welcoming guy. And so we have pops of teal all the way across that make this home stand out and give it that cute cottage feel. So from here you can see the patio that we uncovered underneath all of the stuff, and the glass sliding doors. Now this roof line over here, this whole side had to be repaired and replaced. The whole side was rotten up here to the roof line, and so my husband ripped all that out, replaced it. We also painted the whole exterior of the home, and I'll go around and show you those different parts there. But just doing that gave life to this side of the house. It's a nice little area. I imagine someone could add a gazebo to give a little more shade. It stays pretty shady here most of the day. We kept this table just for, you know, looks and kind of staging that was here. I brought in these chairs. We kind of have the cushions tucked away right now for a staging purpose. Now, we didn't go all out in staging this home. I just brought some things that we had at our home, things we were storing and then using in another home, just to give it enough little touch to make you feel at home. I did have a little table in there to show you could use that as a dining area. And just little things when people come in just to see themselves and not just a completely blank house. So again, we didn't spend money on staging. We used what we had, or we borrowed a few things just to give a little homey feel as people come in. Oftentimes when you go into a completely empty house, it feels smaller than it really is. And adding a few pieces can actually help people envision themselves living there and bringing in their own pieces and how that might fit in the space. So those are just a few little tips. Now in the kitchen, I just added some cute little touches with a cookbook and a sign and different things, just to make you come in and see that even though it's a small kitchen, you can make it your own, give it a design, put things on the counter, and you still have space to do what you need to do. So let's go around and look at the outside and see the different touches I made that made a big impact when selling. So there's the front door, the little sitting area, and then this wall that kind of gives you a little bit of privacy effect to the sitting area. So I added the fencing that goes here. There was already this wall, so we added it. It fit just perfectly to make you feel like you're walking into an outdoor oasis. So I put the fencing, it was about 8 panels, and I did it so it went and met the trees down here. So it just gives you a little bit of privacy, a little, but it marks the space that you would consider your backyard or side yard to the front yard. It gives you a little help if you have children to not run out into the front, and it's just cute. It has a nice, graceful feel to it, and adding a nice patio set and lots of plants is really going to transform this area. So this is our fencing right here. This is posts that I just drove into the ground with a mallet. It hooks the pieces together, and I actually had just enough pieces to go from the wall over here all the way across to the trees over there. And it gave it just enough to close it off from the front yard, give you that feel of a private area. The new owners can choose to keep this fencing, and I think it will make do for quite a long time. We've been using it for many, many years for different things, so I knew I saved it for just the right occasion. I'm happy to leave it here at the home because it just gives it that extra feel, especially looking at it from the street view as a private little outdoor living space. And I can't wait to see what the new owners might do for this area as well. So let's come and take a look over here at the posts and the way that was originally set and how we added this fencing. Thanks for joining us at our fixer-upper old Florida style home in Orange City, Florida. We hope you've enjoyed our journey as a family fixing up this house. The one thing I learned was patience and compromise are two key ingredients when you're renovating, flipping, or any of those things on a home. My husband had ideas, I had ideas, and we had to find a way to meet in the middle. Now, we did have days where none of our family was speaking to each other by the end of the day, and we did have a lot of laughter and fun, and those are memories that we'll cherish the rest of our lives. Our boys got to spend awesome time with their dad, working on all these projects and learning new skills. We are thankful we had this opportunity, and in the end, our choices were really about return on investment for our family and what we're going to do in the future. But we also wanted to make sure that this home was going to last at least another 70 years for the next buyer. Well, we have closing any day now. We're excited to say goodbye to our little cottage here in Orange City. So what we did was we started with a rundown 3-bedroom, 1-bath home, and we turned it into the cutest 2-bedroom, 1-bath cottage you have ever seen, with gorgeous landscaping around here and a wonderful part of Old Florida. Now, our new buyers any day are going to be moving in, and what I have to say to them is we hope you love it here and enjoy it for years to come. And welcome home.